Obviously, as many people may or may not be aware, the local culinary union is a big part of the city. It really is a huge part of the city. And like the union, many people are concerned, many employees, a lot of people are worried and concerned. If I do go back to work, am I going to be safe? What rules and regulations are in place? One of the things I have criticized Governor Sisolak on is at times I don't think he is very specific. And at times, I don't think he relays his message as clearly as he could. So the guy we have with us on the right line right now, or I'm sorry, the woman we have with us on the right now, I apologize, is a representative from the local culinary union. And we're going to talk to her a little bit about the reopening of the casinos and their thoughts on that. Her name is Giacana Argula Klein. And I apologize if I screwed up your name, ma'am. I hope I got it right. How are you?
It's okay. You can call me Gio.
Gio's good. I like that.
I prefer that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you can call me Gio.
Thank you, Gio. I appreciate you coming on with us. All right, so let me start by saying this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's your opinion that, you guys have the most powerful labor union. There's no doubt about that. And you guys want casinos to enforce strict health and sanitation guidelines before workers return to their jobs. And by the way, I'm with you on that. I don't blame you. Can you go into a little bit more detail about that?
Yes, what we like to have is be transparent. We want to have all the hospitality in the industry. They share with us all the reopening plans because, we've been sending to the Nevada gaming, we sending to them our guidelines where we know how we're going to really protect everybody, for the reopening. The workers, they need to know how they're going to be safe, and the customers need to know how they're going to be safe. Now, we send in to the Nevada Gaming Commission, we send in the Culinary Union, the health guideline for protective public health, and the Nevada Gaming Commission completely failed to implement these safety guidelines. And right now, we are asking to the Governor Sisolak, to the Clark County Commissioner, Maryland Kirkpatrick, to call the Nevada Gaming Commission because we need to have a legislation to protect all the hospitality workers and everybody here in Nevada to have safety policies. And we know the guideline we send them to them, workers, they will feel protected. And one thing we want to have is prevention. We want to have all the workers, they being testing, for the virus. And we want to see testing for the antivirus and screening the workers when they're coming into the place to work. And the guests too, check their temperature for reduce everything, with this situation, with this pandemic crisis. And we want to have protections too with the PPE. We want to have everything available to these workers. So we want to have a mask, we want to have a glove, everything what is available to for the workers, and keep the distance between guests and the workers in each different areas where they work. And we know the cleaning going to be more intense. They have to have intense cleaning to all the areas, and we know that will be necessary. But we wanted to be sure the workers, they have the training and they give the time because you cannot expecting.
Gio, if I can, I'm sorry to,
with special cleaning, and we need to have implementation of that. That's what we're asking to the Governor Sisolak to give a call to the Nevada Gaming Commission, and we're asking to the Clark County Commissioner, Maryland Kirkpatrick, to make that phone call and say, you know what, this is right, this is for all health and safety. We want that. That's what we're asking for the protection, and it's going to be the best for the entire state.
Gio, how many members are in the Culinary Union? And if I'm not mistaken, you basically all voted for Governor Sisolak to be governor, correct?
Yes, and we think that he's been doing an incredible job to protect people's lives. I know it's a lot of sacrifice. The members, they've been doing their part. The entire community doing their part. I think the Governor Sisolak is doing a great job in that because you can see the numbers, and it's been very painful for the Culinary Union because we have 16 members and families of members who passed away during this pandemic crisis. And, we really respect that. We really being, follow whatever direction it is. And you can see here how we're going with this pandemic. But now we're going to face the new reality, the new normal, what is going to happen when people going to come back to work. And we want to be transparent to protect everybody. That's one thing we're asking right now to all the hospitality industry to be transparent. And we're asking to the Nevada Gaming Commission. They're very tough when it's about gaming. They're very tough with the rules. Now it's about people. It's about people who live in this community. It's people who they made this community every single day stronger, and they, they've been doing a lot of sacrifice with this pandemic, and this, everybody in every home is worried about that. No one gets sick or you get sick. Now it's time to back to work, but we want to have a transparent process.
Can I ask you? Can I jump in, Gio? Gio, if I can jump into, if you're just joining us, we're speaking with Gio Klein. She is a representative from the local Culinary Union. What have you been told, and from what you guys know, when do you think we will see casinos opening up again on the Strip?
I think it's going to be in a slow process. I know everybody got hurt during this crisis, but this is slow process. We all hope moving in the right direction, but we know it's going to take time. But the people, they're going to come back to work. They need to be protecting, and they have to be safe. And that's what we want. That's what we have in the Nevada Gaming Commission to really, the same way they are very tough for gaming, follow the rules. We want to have these adopting these Culinary Union safety requirements for all the hospitality industry. I think that will be the best thing for this community. We represent 60,000 workers. With their families, with their children, the husbands and wives, they are about 135,000 people who live here. But we're asking for all the entire hospitality community. That's what we're asking for, have these requirements.
That's almost 5% of the entire population of Las Vegas. That's kind of amazing. So I've been under the understanding that there's something in the contracts with the unions and the casino, with the Culinary Union and the casino, that if the casino is shut for 90 days, that the contract may end. Is that true? And do you think in 90 days in this case would be basically June 18th? Do you think that some casinos are going to draw this out until June 18th for that purpose?
Well, I think you're talking about the recall rights for the people. We have a contract with recall rights. It depends on, they give a layoff. They pass over 6 months. Between that 6 months, they work one day. Then the time is start all over again. But the right thing for this industry, for the hospitality industry we represent, is for give it to everybody 2 years recall right, because everybody knows the economic crisis is deep, and we have to recovery. But these casinos, they've been making billions of dollars in the past, too. And they can say, okay, this is the people, they made these billions of dollars in the past. We have to protect everybody with 2 years recall right.
Well, let me say this. I appreciate what you do, Gio. I really do. You and the local Culinary Union, what you do for the employees in this city, certainly a great thing. We're lucky to have you guys here in Las Vegas. I wish you and everybody in the union safety, and I hope that you get the clarifications that you need before those great workers, hard workers in this city go back and do their job. Gio, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for your time. We really do appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Gio.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
Sure, you bet.
Absolutely.
Anytime.